we have to be able to help our clients create a sustainable lifestyle, because the last thing that we want them to do is yo-yo and create metabolic damage. And truthfully, that's where a lot of our clients are. And that's why they come to us. They're at the end of their rope. They've tried everything, and now they've got some metabolic damage from years of going up and down like this.
Hey, fitness fans, welcome back to the Future of Fitness podcast and interview series. This is your host, Eric Malzone, and this is episode number 70. I get to talk to Kate Jaramillo, and she has the website Ketogenic Living 101.com. So ketogenic diet's pretty hot right now, right? 2018, and a lot of people are following it. A lot of people are seeing success with it. A lot of fitness professionals are up in arms, and I wanted to get somebody to talk about it because it's such an interesting topic right now. And what drove me to Kate was that she's the only NASM and AFA certified keto coach program out there. So she's doing something right. And I think when you talk to her, you'll see that A, she's one hell of an online entrepreneur, and B, she has a very aware state about keto and how it should be utilized, and that it's not for everybody, but it's working for a lot of people. So yeah, ketosis, it's a very touchy subject in fitness world. So before we get into that in the interview and all the questions, because it's an excellent interview, we have an offer for you. So fitnessprofessionalonline.com, our sister company, has an offer for chatbots. So if you're looking for more leads, or you're wondering what the next thing in lead generation is for your gym or online service or personal training service, whatever it is, chatbot is it. Hands down, hands down. We're getting leads every day for our company, and it just works, and it's really inexpensive once you get it set up. So normally a service like this, to come in and set it up on your Facebook business page, your website, all these things are gonna be well over 1,000, if not 2,000 more. But we're gonna do it for the month of July for the first 20 people for only $250. So go to fitnessprofessionalonline.com/chatbot, reserve your code, and get your spot and get it implemented right away. So you can start getting leads just like us. So again, that's fitnessprofessionalonline.com/chatbot, and get your service. So without further ado, let's get on to Kate. Awesome interview. I think you'll enjoy it quite a bit. Everybody, welcome back. Today I have Kate Jaramillo. Did I do it? Okay. Is that all right?
Jaramillo. Just let it flow. Okay. Let it flow.
I can't roll my R's. So anyway, welcome to the show. I'm excited to have this conversation. I've been waiting to talk to somebody about keto for a while, but I was very selective about who we had on. So Kate, welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here with you today.
Yeah, of course. So let's start with your story. And, I think, let me give a little bit of background on this, because obviously right now at the date of this recording, this is April 25th, 2018, keto and ketogenic lifestyle, ketogenic diet. If you Google it, you're going to find a lot of information out there, right? It's a very, not to say hot. Well, yeah, it's just a hot topic. It's both trendy, but it's also been around for a while. And I wanted to have somebody. What I was interesting about is what you do with Ketogenic Living 101 is that it's accredited, which is rare, if not the only. Right,
the only.
So that's why I want to bring some validation to this conversation, so we could have it there. So that being said, that's why you're here, and I appreciate you coming on. So let's tell your story.
Yeah, totally. So, I'm just like a mom, and I hang out with my kids, and I'm someone who's been in the fitness industry for like 10 years. First as a spinning instructor, I still teach spin. It's like my soulmate workout, dark room, loud music, yelling at people, super awesome. And then, I just kind of gradually got into other areas of group fitness and some personal training. And at first it was really just a supplement to my income. It wasn't my full-time gig. But then after the birth of my first child, and I didn't go back to my corporate job, and we moved to Florida, I just kind of took the year off, and then I just started, teaching spin again, because that was, something I could do that, I didn't have to put my kids in daycare. It was just what I did. And during that time, I had been approached by some direct sales companies that were in the fitness and nutrition space. Mm-hmm. And so I started to get involved with that, and it propelled me to study nutrition further, because, sometimes when you're in these organizations, and they're great and they provide a lot of training and stuff, but they provide training that's a little bit more biased, right? Like for their products and services. So I just really felt like to be a better service to my clients and the people that, were asking me all the time at the gym what I was doing, I should really study nutrition a little bit more. So I went through the Institute of Nutritional Leadership. And I mentored under Dr. Josh Axe, who I totally love and I can't say more good things about. And I did some advanced nutritional studies with precision nutrition as well. And during this time is, when I was able to be exposed to a lot of nutrition trends and go take a deeper dive into nutrition, but it's when I learned about the ketogenic lifestyle. And it totally goes against everything that I was ever taught, that I was ever exposed to. Because mind you, at this time, I was kind of eating 6 small meals a day, lower fat, lower calorie, whole food sources, but still kind of in that like low fat, low cal type of mentality, drinking protein shakes and stuff. And so this really challenged everything that I was doing and the lifestyle that I was living. But I was really intrigued because, who wouldn't be? I like bacon.
Yeah.
Butter's cool.
Yeah.
So I was really intrigued and interested to learn a little bit more. And, I had this group of clients that, all women that had totally plateaued in their weight loss. No matter how low they cut calories, how much they exercised, they were just not losing anything. They weren't feeling good either. I was not coming at a point of weight loss. I've kind of been blessed with like good genetics. And like I said, I've been in fitness for so long that I work out a lot. So weight loss really wasn't a goal for me, but it was for this group of women. I threw it out there. I was like, listen, I don't know much about this, but I'm willing to do all of the research and coach you guys through like an 8-week program that I'm just going to kind of create. We're going to work out. We're going to eat high fat, low carb, moderate protein. These are the foods we're going to eat. It is either going to help you lose significant weight and feel awesome, or you're going to gain 100 pounds and then I'll work with you in another way. So would you guys be down for that? And they said yes. So 6 women, we kind of started off on this journey together. And within 8 weeks, like the average amount that these women were losing after being plateaued for like almost a year was like 20 pounds. 20 pounds. So that was really amazing to me. And for me, like, again, like weight loss wasn't really my goal. I did lose some weight, but I just felt amazing. Like I had this abundant energy. I was killing it through all my classes. I was like nicer to my kids. I think I was like a better mom. And one of the biggest things for me that I was able to accomplish was beating a lifelong sugar addiction. Like I grew up in Hershey, Pennsylvania, like legit had chocolate milk in my bottle. And like right before I started keto, I downed like a 3-pound bag of those mini Cadbury eggs within like a few days. It was out on my counter. I just kept scooping it and eating it. Yeah. So like truly addicted to sugar. And eating this way helped me kick that. Like it really was finally something that helped me break my cravings. And I've just kind of never gone back. I've been in ketosis now for several years, kind of straight. I have dipped out a couple of times, like when we've traveled abroad, and I've gotten right back into it. This for me is like a sustainable lifestyle because I feel awesome.
Awesome.
That's my story.
That's great. So are you actually monitoring your ketones and things like that? Do you still do that, or can you tell by feel?
I did at first, but I don't do that anymore. And for 2 reasons. One, because it's really easy for me to monitor how I feel. This has really been a journey of becoming much more intuitive about my body and all of the things that are related to whole body health, from exercise to mindset to nutrition. I know what foods I put in my body that don't feel good, even though they may be like ketogenic, they still don't feel good for me. So I don't eat them. And another reason is I feel like I was getting really caught up in like the number that I was seeing. And I don't want to like live and die by numbers. It's also why I don't own a scale. It triggers like a little bit of like disordered eating patterns in me, and I'm not willing to do that. So I just go off of how I feel. If I'm not feeling super great, I might go back to like tracking my macros using MyFitnessPal, but I've done this for so long, I don't really even track either. I only track when I'm not feeling super great or I'm looking a little puffy. And yeah, no, I just go off how I feel and what I like to eat.
Yeah. So ketosis and the evolution thereof, it reminds me of something. It reminds me, I'm sure it does for you too, because I think we're similar age brackets. In 2001, 2002, right when I graduated college, I started weightlifting. And I met an old friend at the gym, and this guy was ripped, right? Just ripped. And, I couldn't figure out, I'm like, dude, we're the same age. We do the same workouts. What's going on? He's like, I do Atkins. And I was like, back at that time, people weren't ready. Right.
Yeah.
So like, no, we're still coming off the low fat craze. And it was just, starting to evolve. And when I heard he was eating bacon and like he was making, that was it. Bacon, cheese, eggs, steak. I'm like, what? There's no way you're going to die of a heart attack.
Yeah.
And then, but he was ripped and he was healthy. And he's like, no, I can show you all my blood tests. Like I get this stuff monitored. It looks great. I just feel like this is now a similar, like, first of all, here's a question. It was, what's the difference between keto and Atkins, if any, or is it just a new way to do the same, process?
That's such a great question. And so when Dr. Atkins wrote The Diet Revolution, he was talking about, he was working with patients in this set, and he recommends eating low carb, and basically high fat and moderate protein. What he was saying was, eat protein and fat to satiety. He assumed that people would just eat more fat because fat is delicious, it adds flavor, and it's very filling. But because, like you said, we were all coming off of this like low fat, low calorie craze, people kind of took what he said and interpreted it as, okay, I'm going to lower my carbs, I'm going to also lower my fat, and I'm just going to eat all the protein. So everybody was doing like steamed chicken and broccoli for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And BT dubs, like Dr. Atkins would probably be rolling in his grave right now if like he saw the crap that was in these Atkins bars and Atkins shakes and all the things that are being like promoted under his name right now, because it's just not what he advocated for. So he really didn't call it ketosis. He didn't call it a ketogenic lifestyle. He did talk a little bit about your body entering a ketogenic state from limiting carbohydrates. But his goal was to have his clients, what he was doing in his practice was he basically had them following a ketogenic diet. But again, because of how we interpreted what he said, people now assume that Atkins is, like that, is low carb, low fat, all the protein. He really was talking about keto. And, keto is low carb, high healthy fat, moderate protein. And I really need to throw healthy fat in there because people tag me and stuff all the time on like social media that's like, look at what I ate. And it's like a roll of like Oscar Mayer bacon, like rolled up in like Hellmann's mayonnaise. Barf. Like that is not healthy fat. Like mayonnaise is kind of one of those things where like, make it on your own or get, a good quality avocado oil mayonnaise, like from Primal Kitchen or Chosen Foods. Because if you turn it over and you look at the ingredients of mayonnaise, it's tons of like really crappy omega-6 oils, like the canola oil, safflower oil, soybean oil, all of those things that can really block your ability to burn fat and increase inflammation and do all kinds of crazy bad things to you. And bacon is another thing. Like, I mentioned it during my story. I love bacon. I am totally a bacon girl, but I buy high quality bacon. Like Applegate Farms is really great. It's nitrate free. So that's the kind of bacon that I like. And I'm not eating it every day. I eat it like a few times a week because it's delicious. But if you're looking at the nutrient values of bacon, there's not a whole lot there. It just tastes really good. Yeah.
It's interesting too, Kate, because I think of all the information that we have, right, and all the scientific advancements that the human race has, we still find our own nutrition baffling, right? It's just totally so confusing. If there's one thing that, when I talk to people, especially fitness professionals, about why, what they hear from their clients, and they're all so confused because there's so much information and misinformation. They don't know who to turn to, and where do you see keto, we had talked about this. Where do you see keto fitting into the grand scheme of things, of major nutrition plans between, following your macros to, where do you see it fitting in?
As fitness professionals, I think that our main job should be educating and empowering our clients to become intuitive about their bodies and to find what works best for them.
Nice.
So it really might be in like the more kind of like if it fits your macros approach, maybe where they're doing intermittent fasting and carb cycling. It could be that they feel really amazing and their best on a fully plant-based diet. It could be that they feel their best using a ketogenic lifestyle. But we have to be the ones to push them, to give them to educate them in the best possible way, and then help them monitor how they're feeling. Because you look, like, we can all lose weight. That's the truth. There are healthy ways to lose weight and there are not healthy ways to lose weight. And, there are other things that go on with our bodies that prevent us from getting to like a weight that we may feel like is ideal, or looking a way that we feel is ideal for us. There are lots of things that are up against us, and every single person is different. So when I'm working with my clients, and I'm looking at like their food intake, I'm looking at their macros, I will comment on like what they've eaten, but every single day, and I'm probably a broken record, but I don't even care. Every single day I ask them, how did they feel? How did this feel for you? How did eating this way feel for you? Did you notice any bloating? Did you notice that you had a headache? How was your energy level? How was your mood? All of these things to encourage and empower them to become intuitive about their bodies. Were you hungry? Were you noticing that you were hungry at certain times? What was going on during those times? You had a really stressful meeting. You had a bad situation with your partner that was making you hungry. Okay, like we know that was like an emotional response. So, and oh my God, helping our clients understand the difference between hunger and thirst is a huge one too, huge. But where I see keto fitting in the grand scheme of things is one of the options that might work really well for someone. Like, we have to be able to help our clients create a sustainable lifestyle, because the last thing that we want them to do is yo-yo and create metabolic damage. And truthfully, that's where a lot of our clients are. And that's why they come to us. They're at the end of their rope. They've tried everything. And now they've got some metabolic damage from years of going up and down like this. So we just have to be an advocate with them, work side by side with them, and, coach them through the different tools and resources that we know about, and help them get to a point where they're feeling amazing. They're healthy all over. Their hormones are healthy. Their blood work is healthy. They feel amazing mentally, physically, emotionally, and boom, there, we figured out what works best for them. So now we'll just be able to coach them on that. Yeah.
That's a good point of view. So, what do you think? Why do you think this surge of keto is happening right now? Like, what is the circumstance that's evolved, that's surrounding it, that's allowed it to become so popular in the past, 2 to 3 years?
I wish that it was for whole body health and disease prevention, but the God's honest truth is weight loss. People are seeing, transformation stories all over. Are all over social media. What are you doing? What are you doing? Keto. Because it truly is, one of the fastest ways for people to be able to drop weight. And when I was studying nutrition, that was kind of how keto was like pitched. Like when I have somebody that I'm working with that has significant amount of weight to lose, then I always start them out on a ketogenic diet, because keto is the best way to help them lose weight. So this is what is being broadcasted out there. It's weight loss. People want a way to lose weight and eat good food while they're doing it. I honestly believe that that's the surge. So I always say this, like, Instagram and all the social media and Pinterest, they're awesome because they're showing all this like delicious food, that you can eat. So I think that people are first like intrigued by keto because of the food, and they're like, damn, you can eat this and like lose weight. Like, okay. So now you sparked my interest. They'll give it a try then, because they want to lose weight, because they want to lose weight. And then they'll stay with keto because of how they feel. They're feeling really amazing. My goal is to really work with people who want to achieve whole body health, instead of just looking for, the next thing to help them lose weight. Because again, like anybody can lose weight, but once you reach that goal weight, what does that mean for you?
Yeah.
Does it mean that you're just going to go right back to the way that you were eating before because you got to your goal weight? Or does it mean that you're going to stay here because now you're feeling really great and you don't feel deprived of anything and you're eating really good food and this has fit your lifestyle?
Yeah. I do have some experience with keto. Was about a year ago, I had some gut issues and it was a candida issue. So I was overgrowth in candida. So I met with Dr. Ace. She was a local doctor. She's actually was on the show as well. And we went through options. We did all the testing and we identified this was a major issue. We didn't know the root cause. You never know the root cause.
Yeah.
Right? So she gave me options and I'm a burn your boats kind of guy. So she's like, well, or we could just go all in and just do keto. I'm like, I'm going to do that. I don't want to do this systematic removal. I just wanted, let's just get this, let's do this. And, what I noticed, I did notice some weight loss, but it did help with the issue. But, long story short is that the issue was built around stress. It wasn't anything. As soon as I removed myself from a situation that was stressful, everything got better. So, although keto was very helpful for, with the symptoms of the issue, it wasn't root cause. But I think that's another thing people need to realize too, is that, this is a way to help certain symptoms, but getting in with a coach or someone who understands the whole picture of like where this tool fits in, that's really important. And I think that's the value of people like you or the coaches that you train.
Oh my God. I could not agree more. That stress factor is wild. And the thing is that we're all chronically stressed, right? In different ways. Like it's not even like us being like business owners and having to deal with all of the things in our businesses, but there's relationship stress, there's social media stress. We are constantly bombarded with like information and expectations and all of these things. So like stress is a huge factor. I've actually just brought on an amazing like naturopathic doctor to my team that we're now able to offer some testing for our clients. So we're able to offer like an insulin test where you wear the patch and it's able to monitor you for 2 weeks. So we like to say, eat how you're eating for the first week. And then, let's move over to, your ketogenic diet that we're recommending for the following week. And let's see how your insulin levels improve, because we know like 75% of the population right now is insulin resistant. We're walking around like healthy looking, fit, but dealing with insulin resistance. We're like right on the verge. Most of us are. So we're doing that. We're doing like we're offering like a full hormonal panel. Oh my gosh, like that one is another one that is huge because like with stress affecting our endocrine system, tanking our thyroid, we have a lot of like estrogen dominance issues from food, life stress, all of those things. So that's a really big one. Food sensitivities, another huge one that we just kind of like, kick under the table. I actually personally follow more of like a paleo keto approach. Like I don't do dairy because dairy makes me super bloated and weird. So I know that is a food sensitivity for me, even though I see a lot of people doing keto with like copious amounts of dairy. I would probably like need someone to like sit on my stomach and make me fart for days if I ate something like that, So we're doing that. And we're actually even doing some like DNA testing results with 23andMe and then being able to look at that. As well as testing to see like if you've got parasites. That's another crazy one. I'm in Miami and like the water here is weird. Like there are like boil water notices like semi-frequently. And at one point, this was like before I moved here, thank God, because I probably would have moved out. There was a boil water notice because there was like feces that got into our water system. Like what? And people were drinking that. So like think about like how like parasites and how it's affecting your gut. Candida issues, the same. So I think as fitness professionals, it's so important for us to like know where our clients are starting, and like what issues that they have so that we can manage their expectations and then create a protocol for fitness and nutrition that's right for them. We know that people with like tanked adrenals, which again, a lot of people have, I see people like over-exercising all the time and doing all kinds of stuff, like self-medicating with alcohol to like lower their stress levels. And that's just creating more stress on the adrenal glands. So oh my God, we as fitness professionals, we just have a lot of responsibility on our plates right now. We do. But when we're able to like work with our clients and hopefully work with like their doctors or functional medicine people that they're seeing, and we can help them, we can help be their advocates too, we are going to save their lives. It's amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, it's true. There's, what falls onto the fitness professional's plate nowadays is robust. I mean, we're the first line of defense, right?
Yeah.
In the battle against, all of the chronic disease that's out there today. And, one of our big pillars that we stand on for Doug and I as a business is we want to make sure that fitness professionals are getting the value they deserve for the role that they're playing, if they're playing the role, right?
Yeah.
And so that's a big part of it. So how much of your business is online?
100%.
Awesome.
Except for the classes, the group fitness classes that I teach.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Like, I don't need to teach group fitness classes, like financially and stuff, but like, I just really like putting together spin class playlists and like being in the front room and like yelling at people to like, go faster, go faster. Yeah. So I teach like 2 group fitness classes a week anymore because it's really all my schedule permits. And I struggle to even like make that work, but I'm just determined because I really like to teach. But no, like 100% of my business is online, 100%.
Awesome. I love it. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about Kate as the business person.
Yeah.
How did the online start? How was that transition from, working one-on-one with clients to going online? What did that look like? How much time did it take? What message do you have for people who are making that transition now? Yeah, go for it.
Well, social media has really been my best friend. I know social media gets like blown up all the time, but I wouldn't have had a booming business without it. And I did understand some social media marketing from like being in direct sales, but I always hated sending out those like, hey girl messages. Hey girl, you on a fitness journey? Let me help you. That's never been like comfortable or authentic for me. So what has really worked well for me is being on social media and really sharing my story in a lot of different ways and being super consistent with it. So I will post, like my own story. I post recipes. I post food pictures because again, like people that are attracted to ketogenic living are definitely looking at the food. That's like one of the big draws. So I was able to grow my business mostly through Facebook and Instagram. I still do a lot of Facebook Live, which now, you can save your Facebook Live and then you can upload them into YouTube. Mm-hmm. People are getting their information in all kinds of ways and they're spread out through all different kinds of social media platforms. So it's super important that we're able to like reach all of those people in some way, and providing value. That's another really big thing. We cannot just constantly sell. We've really got to focus on solving, right? Like, so instead of like, join my program, join my this, join that, like what problem is this solving for your clients? I really love to focus on like what the issue is and how to solve it. In fact, I kind of tend to do that. Like every month I focus on like one problem to solve. And then I really focus all of my marketing on that. So I'm posting, like pictures of myself, lifestyle pictures, food snaps, workout things, testimonials, information. And then I'm doing like a Facebook Live or an Instagram story that's talking about solving that particular problem. All of them have a call to action to get in touch with me. Being able to have a website to direct people to has been really important. Developing lead magnets. So like these free guides that we're able to give to people that are filled with great information that is allowing ourselves to, again, deliver free, valuable information, positioning ourselves as industry experts, and then being able to grow our email list that way. And speaking of the email list, you've got to be touching them like once a week at least with value. We're all strapped for time, right? Like, so repurposing content is really important. So like whatever I'm going live about, like I'll pick maybe one topic that I'm going to go live about that week on my social. And then that live topic becomes a blog. And that blog is on my website. That blog also becomes an email that I blast out to my followers. So being able to like not reinvent the wheel every single time, repurpose content, it gives people the opportunity to see me, hear me, feel me, I guess, on any way that they're consuming media. But I want to say too, because we are all so busy, it is really important that we can delegate tasks to people like team members, other people who we can trust, who can handle the work. I mean, like having a strong digital marketing consultant to work with who can help us navigate through like all of the social media networks out there, who can help us design those quality lead magnets, create awesome sales funnels, help us manage that stuff, get it up and running, have a good, CRM. All of these things are super important to the long-term success of our business. I mean, we want to do this forever, right? We don't want to go back working for somebody else. I mean, like that would be like my worst nightmare. Yeah. Going back to working for somebody else. So hiring people to like help me run things is essential to my sanity and to my success.
Awesome. Yeah, I agree with so many things, and the tools that immediately come to mind, because I was just having this conversation with a business coaching client. Rev.com. If you don't know what Rev.com is, please go use them and support them, because I don't know how they make money, but if they ever go away, I'll be super bummed.
Oh, I know. I love them so much.
Yeah, that's like
if they have like a GoFundMe, I'm just going to throw money.
Go support Rev.com. Yeah. You get nothing from this. Just go support them, because I'm super selfish and I want them to go away. Yeah, and then the ability to delegate and even look at virtual assistants now. You can get a lot of the task work off your plate at a very, very favorable price point now.
Definitely, and you've got to be able to free up your time. I mean, think about it. Like, I pay my assistants, whatever I pay them, and I pay them well because I respect their work and I respect their time. And whatever I'm giving them, I'm making back like tenfold, because they're taking things off of my plate, and it gives me the time to work more one-on-one with my clients, and quite frankly, to do what I'm really good at, which is sell my services. Because nobody can sell like I do, because nobody knows exactly what I deliver like I do.
Yeah. So what are your revenue streams? What have you developed?
Yeah, so it started out with the Ketogenic Living 101 program, which is like a 7-week, I hate to use the word bootcamp, but you know what I mean. It's a 7-week online program where we guide our clients in getting into ketosis safely and then working on getting them fat adapted. So this is a completely online program. I have my clients start with like a 2-week carb cleanse. I provide a suggested meal plan with recipes and like a grocery shopping guide. I always say suggested because I'm not a registered dietitian, so I don't prescribe meal plans to my clients. So what I have and offer them, these are suggested, and we help them adjust depending on like what their taste buds and their availability to buy stuff is. So we take them through this 2-week carb cleanse, and then from there I custom set their macronutrient goals, and I have them tracking their macros using a free tracking app. MyFitnessPal, Stupid Simple Keto, Carb Counter, Chronometer, whatever they want to use, whatever they're comfortable with. I don't care. But I have them tracking, and I have them posting every single day. Every single day. It's accountability, but it also allows me to go in every single day and look at exactly what they're eating, how they're doing, ask them how they're feeling. In those groups, I also post 3 times a day. I post once in the morning, like a motivational quote. I post in the afternoon, some like information about keto, so that they can understand what they're doing, why it's happening to their body. Again, I'm educating and empowering them. That's my goal for them. And then in the later part of the day, I post a new recipe. So that's Keto 101. And then I have Ketogenic Living 102, where we talk about advanced fat burning strategies. It's an 8-week program where I take my 101 clients who are fat adapted, and we guide them, we introduce them to 7 different fat burning strategies, because we all hit plateaus here and there. And it's just good to know how different things affect your body. So we look at fat fasting, protein sparing modified fasts, egg fasts, carb ups, protein ups, extended fasts, and we just added carnivore keto, which is really cool. Carnivore's been a 0 carb. I actually hated it, to be honest, but I was like happy to have the exposure. So I have that. I also have a Ketogenic Living membership community, which is a monthly membership for my clients, where I'm in there every day. They're tracking and posting their macros. I have a VIP guest mentor in there every month. We do a Zoom call every month, and they get a monthly meal plan emailed to them every single week with a grocery shopping guide and all of that. And then I have the Ketogenic Living Coach Certification program for those keto enthusiasts out there who have done this, love this, it's changed their lives, and now they really want to pay it forward and help other people change their lives through ketogenic living. So this is the only accredited ketogenic coach certification program, and I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of the coaches that have come out of that group. I really can't say enough about them, but this is, again, all online. Go at your own pace, learn how to coach others, and then you get access to our shared Dropbox, which has literally everything that I've ever created that you can take, slap your name on, modify and edit it for yourself, for your clients, and you run and you have a business. And our people are just like, I could cry. They're so amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, that's how I found you, is somebody who gone through the course.
Yeah.
So it's working. Well, this is great. This is, it's really insightful. I mean, just from, having a conversation about keto, I know a lot about it, but it's always like somebody who's in that world, what they see, a lot of fitness professionals, are on the fence about it, or either not on the fence, they're directly on one side of the fence, right?
Yeah. And that's totally cool. There's room for all of us.
Yeah.
There's room for all of us, and different things work for different clients.
Yep.
Like I know what works best for my body and some others, but I've worked with a lot of people too, who have been like, I really like this, but I also want to safely carb cycle. So, all right, let's do it. And let's make that work for you, because it's sustainable for you and you feel great and you look great and all of the things are happening great in your life. So let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. So where do people find you, Kate? Where do they go?
On my website, it's www.ketogenicliving101.com. Awesome. Hit me up and send me some love, and I'll send it right back to you.
Cool. Yeah. And that'll obviously be in the show notes. So I like to finish every episode with a little bit of gratitude. So thanks for coming on. I appreciate the role that you're taking, especially getting the accreditation and making it a real thing, not just something that it's tangible. Right. And thank you for all the people you're helping. And I appreciate coming on and sharing your experience, especially with the online business and what it takes to grow one, and all the tools that you use. So,
well, thank you so much for having me. I love what you're doing too. And I love, you have such a big responsibility too with fitness professionals who our clients are trusting with their health. So thanks for what you're doing.
Yeah, we're trying. Cool. We'll talk soon. Thanks, Kate.
All right. Awesome. Thanks.
Hey, fitness fans, don't leave yet. It's your host, Eric Malzone, and I have a quick favor to ask. Actually, 3 favors. So, number 1, if you're a fan of our show, I ask you to do something that takes under 3 minutes. Go to iTunes, please, and subscribe to our show. Please, please, please. It means so much to us. It's so important. And then give us a favorable review. We would really, really appreciate it. And I can't tell you how much it means and helps us out. So I know it takes 2 minutes of your day, and it means a lot to us. So please do that. Number 2, go to our YouTube channel, or Fitness Marketing Alliance, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel there. Number 3, if you like this episode or any of the episodes that we've released, share it on social. That's huge. That's a big deal for us. And we put a lot of work into these episodes, trying to give you great actionable content for the fitness industry. So that would mean a lot. And that's it. So we have some big plans coming up for this show. I'll be talking about that in the next couple episodes, but thank you so much for listening. It means so much. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I love to hear from everybody. Eric, ERIC @fitnessmarketingalliance.com.